It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Milwaukee, where the Bucks will be going up against the New Orleans Pelicans. Well, for New Orleans, this game will be a big challenge. Facing one of the top teams in the league, they'll need to be at their best to win it. One of the players we'll see tonight, Brandon Ingram, second overall pick in 16, has drawn some comparisons to Kevin Durant, but Kenny, he's still got a ways to go.
Yeah, we knew it could take a while, but he's going in the right direction. I mean, he's a little undersized in terms of weight, but his ability...
It's an interesting way to put it.
Yeah,
he's skinny.
Okay, he's a little skinny.
Thank you, Ernie. His shooting efficiency is a work in progress, but he has the length to impact all areas of the game.
That'll wrap it up as we take you courtside. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
I don't like the word skinny.
Slender.
There he is.
Welcome to Milwaukee, where the Bucks are looking to take one in an interconference game. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, our terrific analysts, and David Aldridge is our sideline reporter. And, of course, Brandon Ingram. It's only his second game with the new team. The coaching staff has been working heavily with him to bring him on board and help him provide that impact they're hoping for.
Man, that trade is something that has just electrified this entire fan base, the players, the people working for the organization. They think it may be that piece of the puzzle necessary to finally get this team over the hump.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the Bucks' first All-Star since Michael Redd back in 2004. Now, the lefty Redd said, "I've never seen anybody like him. It's almost like he's from another planet. It won't be hard for him to attract talent here. I just want a ring when they get a ring." Kevin?
And the Bucks just one title back in 1971. DA, thank you. Here at the midway point, what we begin to realize now, there were some underrated pickups in the offseason that are showing what they can do.
Yeah, these are the kind of moves where at the end of the year you start thinking about candidates for executive of the year because they've plugged some holes. They've had an acquisition that's made their bench deeper, and we start to see in an 82-game season that maybe in the 55th to 57th game, a pickup like that is helping them win ball games. This is where those guys earn their money, the general manager.
Not wholesale changes. Just one guy can change a team slightly, and that nuance pays off.
Oh, anything subtle like that, that's where really you tip your hat to the general managers who understood that at some point during the year, we're going to lean on this player.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So for New Orleans right now, Favors is out there with Ingram. Then it's Holiday. Then there's Lonzo Ball. And it's Okafor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. The New Orleans Pelicans come into this one after the win against Miami. Knocked away. Here's Ball, and Ball slams it in.
Yeah, I just love seeing it, Ball put it on the deck, using those long strides to get all the way to the cup.
Now Bledsoe. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Pistons in Detroit. 6 on the shot clock. Matthews, no good.
I'm just wondering why the defense is laying off. Luckily, they didn't pay for their mistake.
Here's Favors. The shot, no good. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. To the inside, Middleton off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, Chris Middleton has the size in this league that you need to finish on the inside. Way to get that one up quick.
Ball kicks to Favors. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Favors can't get it to go.
And he completely threw the timing off on that jumper. That is how you D up.
Playing with tremendous aggressiveness without fouling. That's an excellent job.
Now here's Ball. Following the miss by Giannis Antetokounmpo. The shot off that time.
And right now they're like a light switch in the off position. 1 of 5 so far. Not an ideal start.
Offensive rebound. Gasol no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Here's Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball.
That's a show of strength from Holiday. Certainly looks like he got hit as well, but he possesses the focus necessary to sink the shot.
Now here's Antetokounmpo coming off a stellar performance against Detroit.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
It's Ingram on the wing. Antetokounmpo defending, and yes, it's good.
A guy who converts well at the rim, you like to see the aggression there.
Yeah, it's the first quarter, and he's already in attack mode, setting the tone right here.
Now, here's Antetokounmpo, and the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. Ingram, and slam dunk by Ingram.
Enjoy that unselfish play from Holiday for that swing pass to the open teammate.
The Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against the Detroit Pistons. Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
I really like the awareness, noticing that he's got the mismatch, and then he just used his size as his advantage on the layup. And you think about a coach looking into the eyes of one of his players and telling him to match up with Giannis Antetokounmpo and all the things that he brings to the table. That's a long night of restlessness before you match up. Press up on him, he'll blow by you. In transition, he's at the rim in 2 dribbles. Tough to stop that kid.
Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo covers so much ground, Brent. He can almost go the entire length of the court in 2 dribbles.
Well, once he gets around towards the rim, his reach can make it seem like defenders aren't even there. Not just one defender, but multiple defenders. So it's unfair already, and you add that athleticism to what he can do. Wow, unstoppable offensive force.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Middleton finds Matthews. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Matthews has got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, Middleton right now staying aware of where his teammates are and hitting them when they're open.
Outside Holiday. Ingram passes to Okafor. The feed to Favors. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee with the rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
So for the Pelicans, Diallo, he's checked in for Favors. Josh Hart comes in for Drew Holiday. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Bucks. And the fouls on Cheick Diallo. That is his first foul of the game. Each one more, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. Here's Antetokounmpo on target from 13 feet.
Well, Giannis so good in the paint, steps a little bit outside to the mid-range, and has the size and skill to get it done.
Hart kicks to Diallo. He feeds it to Redick. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Now the pass to Hill. And he banks in the layup. Hill's got his first basket of the night.
Well, he weasels his way to the inside there, and that little breathing room that helped George Hill to score.
Passes to Okafor. Back to Hart. To the middle. Lopez with the block. Here's Antetokounmpo, and another basket for Milwaukee.
And usually teams go on runs, and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Redick against Hill. More in the corner. And it's Okafor at the elbow. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over it.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
First one falls for him. Hard to believe, isn't it, that a few years ago the direction for this Pelicans team was uncertain.
Yeah, and I like the fact that Alvin Gentry has found his way to put his imprint on this team. A lot of people not sure of how and if he could do that. He certainly has. It took some time to get those ideas in place, and the offense was never a problem with this group, especially with the way that Drew Holiday had such a huge year. It's going to be about some defense and some depth for them to push it a little bit further this season. Amazingly, the Bucks, one of the slower teams in the league last season in terms of their pace. And when you're talking about a team with tremendous length and athleticism, you think that maybe speed would come along with it and that they'd get out and thrive in transition. Not the case last year.
New Orleans making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And Middleton kicks to Ilyasova. Pass to Hill. Just 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by Diallo. And the Bucks, still a top 10 offense last season, got to the line in bunches.
They got to the line, got into the interior, got into the paint, but their outside shooting is still a concern, Kevin. When you're down a lot of points and you need to stretch out the defense to come back in games, it's not something that they could do last year. So maybe looking to pick up a few guys on their roster to help expand the three-point shooting game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
Well, Pelicans a much better team last year than they've been in the past. Still have some areas to address before maybe they become a home court advantage team or a top 4 seed. But the number one thing is they've got to get some more consistency in their outside game.
And he's good on the second. Well, the 3 is king right now, and spacing can be a problem for the Pelicans.
Well, the team knows they only have a handful of dead-eye shooters. They were in the bottom third for threes taken last year. They play to their strengths, which is a good thing, but in order for them to take the next step, it's got to be some dynamic play from the perimeter.
Moore with the bucket. It's a tie ball game.
You got to get out there. You got to run and scramble the Jets to find each one more on the perimeter.
Here's Hill. That shot off, and it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And this is why depth is so important. You know, next man up, and it's pretty much the philosophy for every good team in our league.
Well, you're going to have injuries. You're going to have nights where there's foul troubles or the starters just struggle. So you need a strong bench to remain consistent in this league.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. 6 points for him.
And from everything you hear about Giannis Antetokounmpo, he keeps a laser focus. Basketball and his family are his sole preoccupations.
And he's just had 1 attempt at the line early. And he knocks down the first one.
Well, the improvement we saw during Giannis Antetokounmpo's first few years in the league, Went from raw to ridiculous in a hurry.
Lopez, he's checked in for Milwaukee. John Lure comes in for Ilyasova. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. Trailing by 2. Moore outside. Pass to Johnson. Back to Moore. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Diallo. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit. And it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
The Bucks shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
5 years from now, who do you think will be the best player in the NBA?
5 years from now, the best player in the NBA will be
Antetokounmpo? I'm going to go.
Wow.
I'm going to go and just say that right now.
You think he'll be the best player in the league?
If he does not get injured, I think he'll be the best player in the NBA. 5 years from now.
Okay, that sounds good.
Give me another name.
Is Joel Embiid going to be the man in the league?
I like that if he stays healthy. Of course, you can say that with anybody.
You can say it with anybody, but Joel Embiid might just be that guy.
Special talents. Here's Diallo. Last game he had 10 points. Moore with the bucket.
Etuan Moore has shown some signs of being a lethal threat from the outside.
Middleton finds Lure. Redick against Hill. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
You know, George Hill making me get out a box of tissues. Sweet teardrop there.
Pelicans trail by 3. Moore with it. He's got 6. And Redick now atop the key. And the shot goes in. Redick's got his second basket of the night. Here's Hill. And there's the pass to Antetokounmpo. Good. The assist goes to Hill.
He's been on his A game, seeking good shots, and he's a huge reason why tonight they're winning.
New Orleans gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Hart kicks to Johnson. Redick with it. He's picked up by Hill. Redick passes to Johnson. Moore outside. Just 5 to shoot. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. They get a hand on it to the inside. Redick with the 3. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
Well, he's knocking down most everything, guys. 3 of 4 here.
The Bucks shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Got a piece of it. They get it back. Kicks it down to Middleton. Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. And it's Hill. That time the assist from Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 3 assists now in this one. Redick against Hill. Passes it to Johnson. From past the arc. That shot misses. Great D that time from Middleton. And Moore kicks to Redick. He dishes it to Johnson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Hill. New Orleans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And that one falls for Johnson.
Well, the Bucks, this is a franchise that for a long time just was treading water and chasing after a 7th or an 8th seed on the back end of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Not so much anymore. With Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the charge, the opportunity for the Bucks to do some damage in the playoffs is here.
Both shots good from the stripe. And there's always pressure when you have a superstar player, Brent. And the Bucks are trying to capitalize on that window right now.
And I think Giannis, even though he's young, understands that great players are judged on how far they can push their teams, what type of postseason success can the Milwaukee Bucks have around what it is that Giannis can bring to the table. He wants to retire in a Bucks uniform. He said that before, but winning makes that decision a lot easier, and maybe with the coaching change, they'll get there.
Count that one.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Milwaukee's gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Bledsoe kicks to Hill. Bledsoe dishes to Hill. Lure the pass to Hill. For 3, Bledsoe. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Feeds it to Favors. That one's good. Maybe that'll get him going after a 2 for 6 start.
That play happens because of the solid pass from Holiday.
And the shot is good. And it's 9 points for George Hill.
Yeah, got to feel good about the way you started this one, guys, as he is making almost everything out there and giving his team a good, solid boost.
Redick with it, now guarded by Bledsoe. Here's Johnson, and Holiday has it in the corner. Connects from 3-point range. Holiday's got 5 now.
As the ball swung to Holiday, he did not think twice, and he let it go once he caught it. Pass creating rhythm. Defense not anticipating that.
And J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Bucks shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. A different look for Milwaukee. Pau Gasol is checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Lure. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for Hill. And then for New Orleans, Okafor is checked in for Sheck Diallo. Ingram comes in for Stanley Johnson. And it's Lonzo Ball in for J.J. Redick. And the second free throw, good.
Well, the leadership that Bledsoe keeps stepping further and further into, this is a guy you can count on to take and make big shots.
Ball with it, now guarded by Bledsoe. Outside Favors. Holiday with the 3. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Antetokounmpo's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Well, an aggressive Antetokounmpo is a good thing for this team, taking it in with force to the rack and getting the foul.
And he's good on the second. Here's Holiday, coming off a solid outing against Miami. With 2 seconds left. The shot, no good. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. We've got more in store for you right after this. The NBA game drawing fans from every culture, and Pau Gasol definitely feeling the love from the Spanish and Latino community.
I always notice the fans that support us and make us feel, pretty much since I got to the NBA, all the Latino fans showed a lot of love and support towards me, so I appreciate it.
The game going global, and no better ambassador than Pau Gasol.
And as the players grow more international, fans from every country and continent, for that matter, finding more and more reason to root for the NBA.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
So far, they've been active scoring the basketball, built up a little lead here, and looking good.
Well, when you come out in the first quarter with that kind of offense, obviously the game plan is in full effect. Let's see if they can keep that momentum going.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. We've got Holiday. Brandon Ingram's out there with Favors. Then there's Okafor, and it's Ball in at the point. Now here's Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Ilyasova. Holiday against Matthews. Over in the corner, Gasol. Sinks the three-pointer. Gasol's got his second bucket of the night.
Wow, if Pau Gasol is stroking the 3, you know that he's feeling it. Very confident from the outside here tonight.
And Pau Gasol really on the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. He's a two-time champion, international star, nothing left to prove, but still manages to put up points with his sharp approach to the game.
Brook Lopez is checked in for the Bucks. And Ilyasova kicks to Matthews. Bledsoe looking it over. And the rejection by Favors. Ingram attacking.
The knowledge that Ingram possesses, well aware that the D is going to hack him in these situations.
The Pelicans have shot 5 of 6 at the foul line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Ingram.
And Ingram, the former Blue Devil, an extraordinary player who only promises to get better.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The WNBA, the top teams make the playoffs. We know that regardless of what conference. And the early results look good, Brent. Do you ever see that happening in the NBA?
I like the chatter about it. I like the consideration about it. I love the idea of the top 16 teams making the playoffs. But then I think to myself, well, if 12 of those 16 teams are in the Western Conference, then a lot of people are going to be watching something else come playoff time. So
travel is just makes it prohibitive.
Not just the travel, Kevin, but the idea that you have these shifts. As we know, the Western Conference has dominated the NBA for at least the last decade, that there just wouldn't be much attention for the playoffs, at least throughout the country, if you did it that way.
Matthews, no one around him. From outside, off the mark.
I think what I'd like to see from him in this quarter is getting going from the perimeter. Hit a 3 in the first, nothing in the second.
Here's Holiday. Good D by Matthews.
Yeah, even though he's been off, the team's still winning, so the hope is that he's going to get going.
Here's Bledsoe, and Derek Favors pulls it down. Favors has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Lets the 3 fly, and again, New Orleans with the triple.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Bledsoe, and the Bucks miss again. Pelicans leading by 7. Ingram wide open, and he can't extend the lead to double digits.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
But his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Okafor. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they won their last contest. That game against the Pistons in Detroit. Antetokounmpo with the ball. Now guarded by Ball. Here's Matthews. And again, unable to change momentum here. And so Holiday will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points.
This is how you ruin an opposing team's defense. Holiday runs inside and finds the easy shot there.
Bucks trail by 11. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. As much as Drew Holiday can contribute on the offensive end, Brent, with his scoring and playmaking, he's also a very capable defender.
Well, he's more than capable. He is one of the better defenders at that position. And the more years Drew Holiday has in the league, the more he's got a notebook of what it is guys like to do and the things he can take away. Great hands, great lateral movement, and last year showed up in a big way defensively for Alvin Gentry.
And the Bucks making a change here. Middleton's checked in, and New Orleans also making a change. Hart, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. Bledsoe against Ball. Poked away, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And how about a look at the most recent power rankings? Very telling, even though, guys, we're just still in December. Taking a look at Philadelphia, they've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
I think for New Orleans, they're still sorting out their roster, trying to find a way to unlock their full potential in a holding pattern, if you will. And that could change, though, at any moment.
Here's Middleton. Nice follow through on the fadeaway.
Yeah, you don't want to leave Middleton from that area. His mid-range game is on fire, draining those shots off him.
Ball against Bledsoe. Lopez with the block. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. Bucks trail by 9. Bledsoe kicks to Ilyasova. Favors against Middleton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Middleton's got 6 points.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Hart. He's covered by Matthews. Hart, that's good. Hart's got his first basket of the night.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And Matthews kicks to Middleton. Bangs home the trifecta. Middleton's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Now you could just tell in his gait and in the look on his face, he's in a great rhythm after a terrific first quarter. He is feeling it here in the second.
Now here's Ball. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now he averages nearly 12 points a game. Well, there's a ton to talk about Lonzo Ball, but if you focus just on what he brings to an offense, there's a lot to like.
Yeah, I mean, he just sees so much on the floor. I mean, he sees all the cuts and angles, both offensively and defensively. And we know his shot will be a work in progress, but it shows some improvement in consistency the second half of last year. And for all the circus that can surround Ball off the court, you forget that he is already an elite playmaker in the NBA.
No good on the free throw.
Yeah, impressed with the work ethic of Ball. You can see a desire to want to be great, and he's going to continue to work on improving those weaknesses.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. John Lure comes in for Ilyasova. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Matthews, no good.
Yeah, tough with his shot so far off right now. They're going to have to tap someone else to step up until he finds it.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And so it's Milwaukee now, following the score by New Orleans. Hill kicks to Middleton. Over Ingram. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Pelicans leading by 8. Okafor, the pass to Ball. Offline with his 3. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for Milwaukee. Hill has the open look, and the Bucks miss again. Pass to Ball. Back to Okafor. And then Okafor slams it in.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
Here's Hill following the score by New Orleans. They get a hand on it. Here's the teardrop, and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Taking a look at Golden State, earning the first place position with a terrific record. And we've seen them perform splendidly pretty much all season long so far, and they're definitely the team to beat. And, of course, the New Orleans Pelicans. They have a lot of ground to make up.
And I think for New Orleans, they weren't part of the discussion of teams on the rise as we came into the year. And now, quite frankly, we know why. If anything, they've taken a step back.
There's still some chances to find some positive as the season comes to an end. Even if it's not a playoff spot, just some kind of forward momentum heading into the offseason.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Well, Chris Middleton is such a versatile scorer, and because he has the ability to put the ball down on the floor, sometimes defenders are not as willing to close out to him, but last year was in the 74th percentile in spot-up jump shots. He can be devastating from there.
Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for Matthews. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Diallo, he's checked in for Okafor. Stanley Johnson comes in for Derek Favors. Ejuan Moore, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Ball. And Middleton can hurt you from anywhere. But his mid-range game, Brent, his mid-range game stands out.
Yeah, people don't really realize how effective Chris has been from the mid-range. He's up there with Kevin Durant statistically in some of the numbers, and the fact that he's got that long frame, any switchable defender that's smaller than him gives him the immediate advantage.
Bucks trail by 6, and J.J. Redick picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And they can't afford to be that careless. They need him out there on the floor, so he has to avoid fouling again in this period.
There's the steal. Here's Moore. He has 6. Johnson outside. And again, no good by New Orleans. And the foul's on Cheick Diallo. That's foul number 2 for him. Wilson, he's checked in for the Bucks. Milwaukee has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Pass to Gasol. Pelicans with the rebound. Diallo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And he lobs it up. Back to Moore. Over Middleton. No good from Moore. Bucks trail by 6. Brent, George Hill is a guard who has been as consistent as it gets from deep the last few seasons in the league.
Well, Hill's always been a good shooter since entering the league. Remember starting his career in San Antonio, so he showed off his wares alongside Tim Duncan in the post where he could spot up and gain his confidence. And the last 3 seasons for him, he's been over 40%.
The free throw drops for Hill.
Well, George Hill is a gear-shifting, versatile guard and has some size and a good perimeter defender with that length.
And the Bucks making a change here. Antetokounmpo's checked in. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Now for the Bucks in 2017, Brent, disagreement over front office candidates, a divided leadership structure. If you're on that roster, how much of those kinds of things concern you?
I don't think the players are worried about that at all, because what you have now is a new voice in the locker room. You're going to have to learn a lot of new language, new offense, new defense. And that's enough to make you think just about basketball and not the business of basketball, Kevin.
New Orleans in the lead. Moore outside. And Hart has it in the corner. On the wing, Johnson. New Orleans moving the ball around. Just 5 on the clock. Redick finds Moore from 20 feet out. Great D that time for Middleton.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And the Pelicans with possession here after the basket by Milwaukee. Moore passes to Johnson. The feed to Redick. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. So it's the Bucks now. And here is Hill. He's got 10. Johnson with the block. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Got that one up quick. Hart's got his third bucket of the night.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Antetokounmpo. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Now that we have a moment, let's take a peek at the teams that are leading the league in blocks. 5th best, the Bucks.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
And he makes the first.
Well, the Bucks with the superstar talent in Giannis Antetokounmpo, the critical decision this summer for selecting a new coach came down to a very qualified one in Mike Budenholzer. And with all the options out there, 9 coaching changes, I think that Bud saw the opportunity in Milwaukee as being a great one to push this team a little bit forward. The talent on the roster tantalizing enough for him to head to Milwaukee after his stint in Atlanta.
And Mike Budenholzer, the 2015 Coach of the Year, 4 titles, Brent, as an assistant in San Antonio. How do you like the fit for him now in Milwaukee?
Well, I think that the players are going to really enjoy the attention to detail that Coach Bud and his entire staff who are coming with him will put into place. There's an efficiency with which they'll get the work done, and they're going to have to be thinking on their feet, learning a new offense and some things fundamentally on defense that he'll get them excited about.
New Orleans making a switch here. Holiday's checked in.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Moore. And E'Twaun Moore has always been a solid shooter in the NBA, Greg, and he's continued to grow in that department.
I mean, just look at the career numbers from deep in terms of efficiency. And the last few years, he started to take on more and more volume in terms of the three-point shot. Hasn't changed his percentages, though, at all. And I would give him the green light as much as he wants from beyond.
The Bucks have made 9 free throws in the game, 14 attempts. And the first one at the line is good.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Both free throws good from Hill.
Yeah, you look at George Hill's game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively. Often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the league has unveiled a 5-point plan to improve player-referee relations. Things became heated last season with a lot of star players ejected for arguing with officials. The emphasis on respect and clear standards of conduct on both sides can only help. Kevin?
Very good point, David. Completely agree. Thanks. Here's more. Following the bucket by the Bucks. Here's Redick and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Rocket 6. Gasol with the steal. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break.
It's a huge night for Giannis Antetokounmpo at the offensive end of the floor. That length and athleticism just proving to be too much for any defensive scheme.
And Redick kicks to Holiday. Three-pointer on the way. And that's basket number 4. He's taken 9 shots to this point. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Bucks. But he gets it back for 3. Hill. That shot off. Now New Orleans will take it the other way.
It's just been an off night for him. That doesn't happen all that often, but the thing that you do at this point is not to push it, not to rush it. Let it come back to you.
Now here is Holiday. 10 points for him. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Johnson. Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Well, important to get great balance if you get bumped on your way to the basket. Still something that every player tries to get comfortable with.
Outside Hill. Here's Antetokounmpo. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And that's 20 points for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And George Hill recognizing when his man was open, an effective pass that time.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Pelicans ahead, up by 4. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Mike Budenholzer. Coach, probably not the defensive effort you were hoping for thus far.
Yeah, no, our defense isn't where it needs to be. I think they're getting open looks. We're overshifting, and then we're not committing to shooters. Just not a very good defensive effort so far.
Mike, thanks very much for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. J.J. Redick had no problems getting going. He had 11 points, 2 assists, and 1 rebound. Kenny, your thoughts, how the Pelicans are playing?
Well, they were lighting it up from 3, and that was the difference in the first half. They did a good job of running off screens, spotting up, and getting rid of the ball quickly. And their shot selection, solid.
And now, Shaq, let's get your opinion on Milwaukee.
You know, they didn't play it too safe. They made some really nice shots. Those are some much-needed points, and it keeps them right in the game. As long as they stay on the same page and keep working together, they got a great chance to take control of this game.
And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by. We'll catch you on the flip side,
my brother.
Welcome back to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. The buildings of downtown reflecting off the gentle waters of beautiful Lake Michigan. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Yeah, great job from him in that first half of drawing fouls and getting to the line.
Well, that is a great equalizer here. You want him to play that physical, but how do you do that without creating too much contact?
New Orleans leading by 4. Middleton and Giannis are your small and power forwards. Bledsoe is out there with Hill, and it's Gasol at the center position. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Here's Holiday, buries it down low. Holiday's got his team on the board first here in the second half for New Orleans. Antetokounmpo kicks to Hill. The tray. Pelicans pull it in. Okafor's got 6 rebounds now in the game. In the corner, it's Ingram. To the paint. Here's Favors. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Favors got 11 points.
And defensively, this is the opposite of how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, it's like 4 teenagers at home over the summer, just not enough activity. You've gotten your rest. It's time to man up.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
New Orleans has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Okafor, the pass to Ingram. Outside Holiday. He kicks it to Okafor. Gasol with the defensive effort.
The defensive reaction time, it was just immediate on that one.
And sometimes the most important part of that is the angle that the defender chooses. That time, he chose wisely.
Pelicans leading by 6. Ball, the pass to Okafor. Back to Ball. Good on the triple. He's got 5.
And Ball has tremendous confidence in that shot. As soon as the pass hits his hands, he's ready to pull up.
Now here is Hill. 12 points for him. Kicks it to Middleton. Launches a 3. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Hill's got 4 assists in the game.
Oh, a little punch, counter punch action. Neither side flinching here.
Yeah, both sides trying to keep up with one another, but doing it from distance.
Here's Holiday. He's got 12. Favors finds Okafor. Good work defensively by Gasol. Bucks trail by 6. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Back to Antetokounmpo. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Pau Gasol, not the same player Brent he once was, but he still knows how to get the job done.
Yeah, 2001 is when it is that Pau Gasol came into the NBA as a very slightly built Spaniard for the Memphis Grizzlies, but the skill was on display from the very start. He's had a Hall of Fame career, a 2-time champion, and one of the best and most skilled players to play that position in the last 20 years.
No good on that one.
And he's letting a lot of points get away at the free throw line tonight. It's got to be frustrating to have all that hard work not pay off.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Lopez, he's checked in for Gasol. Ilyasova comes in for Chris Middleton. And Wesley Matthews subbed in for George Hill. And he sinks the second. Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
Great shooters, boy, can they make or break you down the stretch. Here's the league's top shooters right now. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
He is a finisher, plain and simple. That field goal percentage just absolutely jumps out at you. It borders on astonishing.
Ball up top, guarded by Bledsoe. Here's Ingram, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Ingram's got 9.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Friday, they'll go up against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Sunday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Sacramento to take on the Kings.
And, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And that one falls for Ingram. He hits both from the stripe.
Alvin Gentry, one of the best offensive minds and coaches in this league. Remember, just in the recent past about his time in Phoenix and then in Golden State, now as the head coach of the Pelicans, and he's done a great job just speeding up this team, pushing the ball, and trying to find ways to put up points. In this day and age, big men shoot more and more three-pointers, and he's fully capable of a triple.
Holiday looking for an opening. Ball kicks to Holiday. Ingram against Antetokounmpo. Here's Ball. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And for the Pelicans, it took some time before they could implement Gentry's vision.
Well, now it's in place. It felt like a long time to get there, and they ended up making the playoffs and pushing it to the second round. And Alvin Gentry's a big reason why the Pelicans are one of the most exciting teams right now to watch in the NBA.
And the Bucks making a change here. Lopez is checked in. Hart, he's checked in for New Orleans. So it's the Pelicans now. They've led by as many as 11 points. Okafor, the pass to Holiday. Back to Okafor. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Clock at 4. Shoots from the right block. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Milwaukee. The Pelicans have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line. The first free throw is good.
Well, after some seasons that were a little tough on Drew Holiday both on and off the floor, he certainly got back on track last year in a big way. Posted his best season and played in the most games since the All-Star year he had in Philly in 13. So the health is always a concern, but Drew Holiday stepped up and was massive in the playoffs last year for this Pelican ball club.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 23. Matthews dishes to Antetokounmpo. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Brent, last season Holiday wasn't asked to do as much playmaking, and it seemed like it allowed him to focus on his scoring.
Well, I give Drew Holiday a ton of credit, Kevin. He went from being asked to work on off-guard skills to being shifted back to the point guard because of a Rondo injury, and then later in the season had to go back to all of the things he worked on in the off-season as an off-guard. And when he did that, he shined. So a heck of a season on the mental side of things for Drew Holiday last year.
Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Here's Hart. He's got 7. The dish to Holiday. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And a look now at the breakdown between 3-point and 2-point shots attempted here tonight for the Pelicans. Bucks trail by 4. Antetokounmpo finds Lopez. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Lopez has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Hart the pass to Okafor. And there's the pass to Ingram. Just 5 to shoot. Over Antetokounmpo. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Ingram's got 13 points. Antetokounmpo against Ingram. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And it gives us a chance here to check out some stats on Giannis Antetokounmpo. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 2nd in field goal percentage, 3rd in scoring, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And you mentioned it, he's the 2nd best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He could take over that top spot. That free throw, no good. J.J. Redick's checked in for New Orleans. Good on the 2nd free throw. And it's the Pelicans with the ball. A 2-point game. Stolen by Bledsoe. Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, go ahead and get in front of that if you want to. Man, what a dunk by Giannis.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Eric Bledsoe, Greg, one of the league's best slashers.
Yeah, he gets to the rim with regularity, and he finishes at a high rate, lives at the line. He is a nightmare in the open court.
Some changes for New Orleans. Johnson comes in for Derek Favors. And it's E'Twaun Moore checking in for Ingram. And so here is New Orleans. Now here's Redick. 11 points in the game. And Moore kicks to Hart. The putback. And the rebound goes to Lopez. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Lopez outside. High post Lopez. Over Okafor. Lopez, no luck. The Pelicans have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Redick with the bucket.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
Yeah, this is the feel of a player to use his body to keep the shot from being blocked. Excellent work there.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
That's fun to see the handles coming out there from Antetokounmpo. I mean, how do you stop a near 7-footer who's got some dribble skills like that?
Redick surveying the D. Out to the right wing. From deep, Moore. They get it back. Johnson finds Okafor. Lays it up and banks it in. Okafor's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Bledsoe up and in on the layup. Bledsoe's got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
Well, he knows he's going to get bodied, but Eric Bledsoe pays it no mind. Wow, what a hoop there.
Johnson outside. Back to Redick. Beyond the arc. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
One of the best at moving without the ball. Catch and shoot opportunity for J.J. Redick.
Now here's Bledsoe. He has 7. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, you could throw that pass just about anywhere, Kevin. Even the top of the square for Giannis to go and get.
And that was an unleashed chaos moment indeed. What a spectacular play. Sponsored by Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Redick. It's a 1-point game. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And it's sent back by Lopez. Here's Antetokounmpo on the dunk by Lopez.
Giannis, if you talk about maturity, the next thing you're going to see is him playing with great patience. Let the play unfold and then take what the defense gives you.
Here's Hart. 7 points in the game.
Oh, just everything right about that crossover. Just didn't have anything left there for the finish.
And it goes down 2 points. And it's a 3-point Bucks lead.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
There's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose. And I love the energy on this play.
And good that time. 18 points for J.J. Redick. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. And J.J. Redick, a longtime vet in the NBA, but still plays with a lot of energy.
And Redick said he feels like he's been revitalized in the last few seasons with his change of scenery, playing with more joy, and has always been explosive off the ball in his efforts to get open. You can see when he's on the floor, the whole offense seems to pick up their energy.
A different look for Milwaukee. Saul comes in for Robin Lopez, and Middleton subbed in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Derek Favors checked in for Johnson. A nice shot by Gasol.
Gasol working on the block, always patient, surveying. Good job getting deep that time.
And here's Moore outside. Drops in the tray. Moore's got 12.
The defense cannot let guys get into that kind of comfort zone. You have to patrol the three-point line or you risk getting burned.
Now here's Bledsoe. He's got 9. And the layup's good off the glass. Bledsoe's got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's Hart. He has 7. Okafor kicks to Favors. Passes it to Hart. And that one is good. 9 points in the game so far.
Artful passing on that play, showing a real desire to set up the teammate.
Redick against Bledsoe. High post Lopez. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 5 assists tonight. The Pelicans trail. Hart kicks to Okafor. Here's Redick. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And now a look at Eric Bledsoe. Over the last month, getting it done. He's averaging 19 points per game, 7 assists, and 2 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he is in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
And the first one drops.
It feels like J.J. Redick has every part of this game buttoned up, especially when it comes to getting high percentage and quality shots.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. And it's Hill in for Matthews. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
Milwaukee's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. And the jam by Bledsoe.
How high can Eric Bledsoe fly?
Now Moore. He's got 12. To the left wing. Ilyasova against Favors. Feeds it to Okafor. And Okafor slams it in.
A lot of people feel like Moore has natural point guard ability, so I like to see him find the open man.
1:04 left to play here in the third. Ilyasova, no one around him. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got 6 assists now in the game. Redick against Hill. Redick passes to Okafor. Back to Redick. Pass to Hart. A 3-ball. Milwaukee with the rebound. Gasol's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Well, the D looks like they're laying off just a little bit. He made 1 3 in the first half, but they're still daring him to shoot, and he can't make him pay for it.
And then Favors with the dunk.
Yeah, Redick more than happy to get off the ball that time and spot the open man.
And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They lead by 1. Down low. And Pau Gasol, the bucket on the assist by Hill. And that's now 9 points for Pau Gasol.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Redick finds Okafor. And Gasol sends it back.
Got to respect the reach and length of Pau Gasol. Outstanding job of skying up for that rejection.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with head coach Alvin Gentry.
We have to be solid in what we're doing. As long as we're solid, we'll be fine. And do me a favor, just relax and play, okay? Relax and play. We're a good team. If we play the way we're supposed to, we can play with anybody.
Alvin is showing confidence for his guys right there, Greg. Want them to ease up a bit.
I mean, sometimes guys just need to hear that. He's terrific at realizing when to calm his guys down and get them focused.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. So the Pelican 5 right now. They've got Jahlil Okafor, Holiday out there with Lonzo Ball. Then there's Favors, and it's Ingram in at the 3 spot. Ball no good. Bucks leading by 3. Hill with it. Bledsoe outside. Tipped away. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Ilyasova, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Pelicans trail by 5. Ball kicks to Ingram. And it's the Bucks on the break. Hill leading the charge.
See him change speed that time in transition. When you do that, George Hill becomes very dangerous.
Ingram outside. Outside Holiday. But they recover it. Here's Favors. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Yeah, one of the few bright spots for his team. I mean, he's had a very efficient offensive performance.
No doubt without these contributions, they'd be in a much deeper hole in this one, no question.
Wesley Matthews checked in for George Hill. And for so long, it seems Derek Favors had played in a crowded front court, but still can get the job done.
And Favors has shown his versatility and impact in spot minutes his whole career. Every team can use a player like Favors. He just eats up space inside and can play that tough D. Offensively, I think he'd like to get back to where he was around 2015, and hopefully he'll find the chances to do so.
Here's Ball after Pau Gasol's bucket. And Favors kicks to Holiday. Teardrop shot. Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 11 rebounds in the game. And it's Brandon Ingram with the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And we're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter now. Holiday against Bledsoe. Now here's Matthews. Defense is right there. 4 on the shot clock. Shoots from 14. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And now an 8-point Bucks lead.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Here's Holiday. Drills the elbow jumper.
Well, when Drew Holiday gets involved in the pick and roll sets like that one there, it's very difficult to guard him. He uses his speed and quickness and change of direction and knocks down the shot.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And to me, this is why they're winning, guys. Unlikely players stepping up huge against a defense that's really nowhere to be found.
I love how Ball moves the rock. Incredible instincts on the offensive end.
Bledsoe against Holiday. Bledsoe passes to Middleton. To the inside, Gasol. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Gasol's got the lead, back up to 8 now for Milwaukee.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
To the middle, knocks it loose, stolen by Bledsoe. And here's Matthews. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Milwaukee. They'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. Then on Saturday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat.
You know, most teams might get worried at a long road schedule like this one, but they've been so good away from home. I think they might be looking forward to it. You have to respect what this team can do when they're in your building. Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Bledsoe finds Gasol. Ilyasova with the ball. Favors picks him up. Bledsoe outside. That 3 off the mark. Pelicans trail by 6. Down low. Here's Holiday. Made that one. It's his 7th of the contest. 7 for 15 from the floor.
Well, nice work from Drew Holiday to get close, but it was his length that allowed him to get that shot over the D.
Here's Bledsoe. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Gasol. And Giannis Antetokounmpo is subbed in for Ilyasova. Outside Favors. To the middle. Deflects the pass. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. And here's Middleton bringing it up now for the Milwaukee Bucks. 6-point game. Down low. Here's Lopez. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Lopez has got 9 points here in the second half.
And the athletic Middleton on that play snakes his pass right through the defense. That's a nice pick and roll.
Pelicans trail by 8. Ingram outside. Fires from deep. Rebound Milwaukee. And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. For Milwaukee, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the final period. Great shooting down the stretch. In the corner, Middleton with it. There's the basket and make it a double-digit lead. And now a 10-point Bucks lead.
This is a good sign for the offense, handing the ball off to Middleton, who right now has got it going.
Ball kicks to Favors. Out to the wing. Here's Okafor. And again, no good by New Orleans.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Outside, Antetokounmpo. Pass to Lopez. Middleton looking it over. Back to Lopez. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. A three-pointer is right on target.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Here's Ball. Out to Ingram. Ball against Bledsoe. Favors in the post. To end the run. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Wow. Offensive rebound. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play. That's going to send Drew Holiday to the free throw line. That's on Brook Lopez. Do you think it seems like young players are more receptive to stints in the G League than they were in the past?
I feel that way.
Seems that way, yeah.
Like the stigma of what was used to be the D League, and maybe it was because those were the grades that I had, that you felt a little weird about it. But now that it's the G League, and now that, like we talked about, almost half the players last year had some kind of touch with the G League, I think that stigma has mostly gone away.
Are you saying you were a G student?
Well, when I gave my mom my report card, she said, "Gee, you got 4 A's."
Timeout called, the Bucks.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, I was able to listen to what Mike Budenholzer told his team during that timeout. He told them, put your foot on their neck, take it to them. I want to see you guys slow it down out there, use the clock, and stay away from silly fouls. Let's see if they can execute the plan, guys.
And he gets the bucket.
No, right now he is locked in. He's getting great shots, and he's burning the D in a variety of ways.
Now here's Bledsoe. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bledsoe's got 22.
Yeah, the first half was really tough, but he's really rounded a corner here and been fantastic shooting the ball here in the second half.
Holiday with it. Now guarded by Bledsoe. Okafor. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists in the game. Bledsoe finds Antetokounmpo. Middleton for 3. That shot misses. And New Orleans will come the other way. Ingram outside. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. J.J. Redick's checked in for Drew Holiday. Both free throws good from Antetokounmpo. Pelicans trail by 15. Here's Ball. Redick is in the corner. It's good from long range. Redick's got 12 points in just the second half.
Well, he just nailed his second 3 of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
And Derek Favors picks up the foul. That'll be foul number 5 on him, and due to the bonus, we'll be headed to the free throw line. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And they didn't shoot it very well from the line in the first half, but they've gotten much better since halftime, and it's helped them to secure the lead.
Now, here's Ball. Outside, Redick, back to Favors. To the middle, shot clock at 6. Basket good. And that's now 7 points for Lonzo Ball.
And the height of Ball really allows him to finish over the defense. Even when you make contact, he just seems to power through with his size.
Okafor against Lopez. Bledsoe for 3. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Okafor's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Now Ball. The pass to Okafor. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And as much offense as we saw earlier, I mean, we're seeing even more of it here now late in the game.
What is this, February? Feels like an all-star game has broken out. Neither side willing or able to stop the other.
Milwaukee, no good that time either. Pelicans trail by 10. Inside, Favors goes back up. Okafor kicks the ball. And another 3 for New Orleans.
I tell you, it's unorthodox to watch, but Ball shoots the ball with tremendous rhythm and confidence from beyond.
Now here's Bledsoe. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Favors. Here's Redick. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got assist number 10 tonight with that last one. Bucks leading by 5. Over in the corner, Matthews. To the middle, here's Lopez. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Lopez has got 16 points here in the second half. New Orleans has gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Lopez against Okafor. Ball kicks to Redick. And here's Ingram from the arc. Antetokounmpo pulls it in, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jahlil Okafor. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and give the bonus. He'll head to the line for 2. Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8. Check Diallo, he's checked in for New Orleans. Josh Hart comes in for Derek Favors. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here. New Orleans now, time running out. 1:03 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Ball, and Middleton with the block.
Well, the long arms of Middleton getting up there on defense and throwing that one away.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 8. New Orleans making a switch here. Okafor's checked in. Both good from the line that time. .52 seconds left in the 4th quarter. To the paint. Here's Middleton. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
And this is how you close out a game, not taking any chances.
Yeah, you gotta be relentless in this game, or the tide can turn on you. Not here, not tonight.
He hits the first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Ilyasova comes in for Chris Middleton. And George Hill's subbed in for Matthews. And then for New Orleans, Derek Favors checked in for Okafor. And it's Stanley Johnson in for Ingram. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're down by 11. 43 seconds left in the game. Chris Middleton's checked in for Milwaukee. .43 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Was shot by Redick, no good.
Yeah, bad shot there. Trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
Yeah, just too anxious to try and make something happen out there. This is about the team, not about you.
Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo.
And Chris Middleton, 2 seasons ago, tore his hamstring completely off the bone. I mean, he's come back and hasn't missed a beat. One of the most well-rounded players you'll see.
And a deep 3 from Redick. And again, New Orleans has no luck. Antetokounmpo against Johnson. Outside, Antetokounmpo. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, pal. Congrats on the win. How satisfied are you with the way you guys played?
We're satisfied just because we got another great win, and the way we've been playing lately I think it's just been great, and we just got to keep the momentum going.
All right, pal. Great win tonight. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long and good night, everyone.